Hi guys, welcome to our best practices guide for cold staking with NavCoin. Cold staking was introduced to the NavCoin protocol earlier this year, and its purpose is for stakers online to separate the ability to stake with your coins and spend with your coins. So this best practices guide will go through how to create a cold staking address and the best practices around that, what you need to do afterwards to set up cold staking, and what you can expect to see in your cold staking wallets. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about cold staking address creation. And it's important here to emphasize that you really need to think about where your addresses have come from for cold staking. So for cold staking, we need two addresses. One is the staking address and one is the spending address. And they will hold the permissions for staking and spending respectively. So firstly, let's start off by saying you can't use two addresses from the same wallet. Let me tell you why, in case you don't know. So every NavCoin address and every cryptocurrency address has an associated private key. And this key is what lets you create transactions with your coins. So each address has its own related key, and your wallet is actually a store for these keys. So if you have two addresses from the same wallet, actually both your keys will be located in the same wallet, which defeats the purpose of cold staking because we're trying to separate the ability between spending and staking. Okay, so your staking address will come from your staking wallet, and often this is located on your staking device, such as your NavPi, your staking box, Odroid, some laptop you have online, wherever you do your staking from. So you can grab this address. For your spending address, this is where it gets a little bit, you have to be more careful, because your spending address is what will control sending of your coins. So we actually recommend that you generate a new address for your spending address, because your previous addresses will have been online and there will be records of them. So actually a new address is a better practice. Also, we know some users have been using their NavPay addresses as their spending address. We don't recommend this practice because the idea of the spending address in cold staking is that it's really hard to spend coins from. NavPay was actually designed for it to be easy to spend coins from. And actually your phone is not the most secure device. It's always online, and there are many apps on your phone with permissions to access the data. So yeah, we don't recommend using a NavPay address. What you should do, what you can consider doing, is using an offline address generator such as NavPaper or another paper address generator, and generate your address in a secure environment. Really, it's up to you to do the due diligence and make sure your spending address is secure. For many users, you can do this in NavCoin Core as long as you're happy that your laptop is safe and secure. Okay, so once you've got both addresses ready, your staking address and your spending address, all you need to do is go to the cold staking address generator wizard. There's one in NavCoin Core. There's also one in NextWallet. And just copy and paste those two addresses into the generator. It doesn't matter where you generate your address. Wherever wallet you generate the address, the cold staking address from, you'll get the same address. So after you've generated your address, you'll get a QR code for this address. It'll kind of look like, I don't know, I can't draw QR codes. I should just stop drawing QR codes. Something like that. And then you'll also get a really long cold staking address. Yeah, so a normal NavCoin address, you'll notice will start with a capital N and will be of a certain length. So all normal NavCoin addresses are like that. Your cold staking address will be much longer, and often it starts with an X, if I remember right. Could be another character. So you'll get your cold staking address generated. And then you've created your cold staking address. What you need to do from there on is send your coins to this address. So let's send some coins. When I step away from the whiteboard, you'll be able to see these wonderful drawings. Okay, so we've sent some coins to the cold staking address. What you can expect to see in your separate wallets, for NavCoin Core anyway, you'll see that your staking wallet will show these coins as a cold staking balance. So it'll be on the first page of the interface for NavCoin Core. For the spending wallet, you'll see these coins in balance as you normally would for a wallet. Okay, and that's it. You've already sent your coins to cold staking. The network will scan this address and we'll see the coins there, and you'll be able to stake as you normally would. When you receive your staking reward, it will be sent to this long address. So this long address will receive the 2 NAV per block staking reward, and you'll be able to see it in the cold staking balance of your staking wallet and your spending balance of your spending wallet. Yep. So let's see, what else do we have to talk about in our best practices guide? Next up, we should probably discuss when you want to send coins out of your cold staking wallet. First of all, you'll need your spending address and your spending wallet to do the sending out of coins. Sorry, you won't need the spending wallet exactly. You'll need the spending address and the key associated with that. So some wallets you can actually export the private key or extract the private key. What's important is that you have this address and this key in order to spend. And you'll need to send out from here. If you're using a paper wallet, then you'll need to bring your address online. If your spending key was previously offline and a computer that's offline, you'll need to bring it online. So it's important to note that when you bring your spending key online, it's already in what we'd call a less secure environment. So you want to think about whether your address is being compromised, and you need to think about the security of your coins, just as you would with any cryptocurrency. Okay, and one more thing to think about is that when you send your coins out of cold staking, often when we send our coins into cold staking, it's a really large denomination, like 1 million bajillion NAV, all the coins you have. Maybe 1,000, because I don't have much. No, I don't know, who knows? Yeah, okay. So say you send all your coins to your cold staking address. It will actually sit in your address as one large denomination. So imagine like a large $1,000 note. Oh. One large $1,000 note. It gets broken up over time while you stake, but that's a different issue. If you do try to spend out of this large denomination, for example, if you just send 1 NAV or a portion of this, what you'll do is you end up spending 1 NAV and you'll receive the change back. So all 999. You'll receive the change back. This change gets sent to, by default, it gets sent to a normal NavCoin address in your spending wallet. So this change would have left the protection of cold staking. And what you need to do is you need to send these coins, this change from your change address, you need to send these coins back into cold staking. Okay, just something to bear in mind. Okay, so I think that's all we have for our best practices video. If you have any questions or comments about cold staking that you really need to know, you can leave it in the comments below. Our team will look into it and get back to you. Otherwise, thanks for watching our best practices guide. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join our Discord discussion. It's a good discussion on there. Yeah, real good. That's the word I'd use for it. Yeah, so see you guys later. Yeah, happy staking. See ya.